Hey there, Trust fans. It's Friday morning, so let's take our traditional coffee break, shall we? This week, we've given out 6 prizes to the members of our community who told us their pizza stories. Remember, we announced that in honor of the Bitcoin Pizza Day, where we're going to run giveaways for the whole week. That's right, the 6 lucky devils with pizza stories to tell got their Bitcoins from us. And now we kick off something even better. For the entire month of June, we're giving you a chance to win 50 euros in BTC just for signing up to our social media. That's right, follow the Gleam link in the description and bring in as many friends as possible to increase your chances of winning 50 euros in BTC. That's some serious cheese, man. And, the more people you bring, again, the better your chances. Just join our Telegram channel with all the details about this, or just join, because we're always happy to see new faces. Now let's go over some of the reading material I've prepared to intellectualize your weekend. So you're aware that this past week has been all about Davos, and I usually do not refer you to CoinDesk because it's a given to me that this source is being reviewed by you, on the regular basis, because it's probably the most reputable source on all things crypto. But this time I'm going to make an exception because this reportage is pretty good. Give a chance to an alternative media instead of, reading about it somewhere on Bloomberg or in the Wall Street Journal. But yeah, I hate it when they do that. It's just, oh man, this is like, I don't know how they do this. All right, so the mechanics of the website is just so freaking annoying. All those videos popping up, the main menu, every time you scroll, it increases in size, it decreases in size. So if you don't mind, I'm going to use the Mercury Reader. It's just much more convenient for these things. You got your pictures, and you only got text, and that's all you need. So yeah, the motif was private money versus state money. So the main thing about this event was the popularity of crypto, and this was really surprising for many participants. I mean, there are people here. Say 5 years ago, we were the only crypto company on Promenade. Said Sandra Raw, CEO of the Global Blockchain Business Council. Promenade is the main street in Davos. It's like a straight line with banks and shops, and basically just where everything's happening. So, and she goes that 5 years ago, they were the only ones advertising there, and this year, after the pause in 21 when Davos didn't happen, but in 2022, even with a delay, I mean, they've got tons of companies, the blockchain and crypto companies advertising there is like no different than Consensus in New York or Money 2020, Money 21, I mean, in Singapore, or whatever financial fintech gathering, it was Davos. So it's really fascinating to me. Yeah, she says here, perhaps nothing announced the turbulent crypto industry's arrival at the world's biggest business table more than the fact that the WEF, World Economic Forum, itself is holding serious discussions about digital money with industry participants as key players. I think this is very significant. I mean, Jeremy Allaire from Circle, Brett Garlinghouse, CEO of Ripple, I mean, they were there to discuss remittances for recovery, a new era of digital money. I mean, this is what we do at TRASTRA, so I think it's very significant. Later on, I'm going to see if I can find a video of that discussion and see if I can put it on our YouTube channel. There was a panel featuring NASDAQ CEO Adina Friedman, PayPal Senator PayPal CEO Dan Schulman, U.S. Senator Pat Toomey. This is the one who basically just one of the fiercest advocates for crypto in the U.S. Senate. So it's a very representative forum. Yeah, they all discussed CBDC, and it's probably one of the most prominent rubbing points when it comes to crypto, because some proponents think that the U.S. CBDC is the irreplaceable part of the modern economy, and the others think that it's just nothing. It's a digital exercise in computer science. So I have an opinion on that, but I'm not going to do it right now. So, but anyway, the article is really great. But one thing about USDC that the European Central Bank put out a release. It's not a release, it's a huge paper that I recommend you guys read, because it's all about digital money in the remittances market and the importance or non-importance of CBDC. You be the judge of that for yourselves. But it's all about the relationship between state and private money. This is something that the entire decade is going to be dedicated to. This is the fight that's really very quiet and not noticeable to a layman. But believe you me that it's an important one. For 10,000 years of recorded history, it was always a prerogative of a government to mint coin and to formulate monetary policy. And we're living the times that are basically just overthrowing that. We're living in times when private money is basically taking over some of the aspects of the global economy. I think it's fascinating to observe, but there are some important implications that we all need to be aware of. So I recommend you read this document in full length, this one right here, the decrypting financial stability risks in crypto asset markets. I'm going to be doing my news on Monday, but it's a big one. I mean, Andreessen Horowitz raises another $4.5 billion crypto fund to take advantage of bargains in down market. This is basically what happens. This is what happens. They're buying low, they're selling high, and this is how markets work. But it's just, I think it's remarkable that a Silicon Valley firm announced a new $4.5 billion fund for backing crypto and blockchain companies on Wednesday. I mean, to me, it's really significant. It's actually remarkable that a firm like Andreessen Horowitz just unflinched in its support for crypto, and that's really telling you something. I mean, it says here the Silicon Valley firm announced a new $4.5 billion fund for backing crypto and blockchain companies on Wednesday. It marks Andreessen's fourth fund for the asset class and brings its total raised for crypto and blockchain investment to $7.6 billion. The firm plans to invest in both the cryptocurrencies behind projects in a company equity. I'm optimistic. You know what? If institutional money like Andreessen Horowitz is in the space, I'm pretty calm about it. I mean, here's another article that I've come across, and it's a very good one. It's all about questions about CBDC and digital currencies, and again, the relationship between the state and digital money and private money. It's a very good article. I recommend it highly, but it contains, I think, more questions than answers. So if you're inquisitive about the space and you don't really know what to ask people about it, but you really want to know the answer, this is a good help for you to just compose your questions in your head and then sort of lay it out to people and like, hey, what's going on with this, and it'll be. And that way you can probably get clearer answers. And since we're already talking about digital currencies, I think this is a great point that Harvard Business Review makes about digital currencies helping small businesses. I'm not going to go through the article with you, but it basically just gives you, there are some great links in it. It basically gives you the outlay of all the benefits that small businesses can actually, tangibly experience from the dalliance with the digital currencies, if I can say that. But it's a great tool for small businessmen, first of all. And anyone who's involved in the payments industry, and anyone who's got business associates and freelancers working for them, and all kinds of subcontractors, the relationships built on digital money exchanges could really not just revitalize the industry, the small business industry after COVID, but revolutionize it. So I strongly suggest you read this if you're a freelancer, if you're a small businessman, if you're considering paying your people in crypto, which I would strongly encourage you to do, because I think it's a major value proposition of crypto, not being an investment vehicle, but a payment instrument. What else? Commercials. I love them. I really do. I really love when they place commercials like that. I mean, I wonder if someone's checking out the article. It says, Wall Street lobbies are bashing the idea of a digital dollar from the Fed and say the move would drain money from the U.S. banking system. And then you're looking at the advertising that sells, what is it, headphones, Sony headphones, and you go, well, you know what? I'm going to hold off with reading the article. I'm going to buy me some headphones. I wonder how this all works. But anyway, it's a short piece, and basically it's outlined in the 3 paragraphs. Wall Street trade groups are pushing back against the possibility of a digital dollar from the Federal Reserve. The American Bankers Association said a central bank digital currency would rewrite our banking and financial system. So private bankers afraid that the state's going to infringe on their prerogatives. And like I said, somewhere in the middle of my monologue, this fight between private money and state-issued money, fiat money, is I think it's going to be the fight of the 2020s, maybe going well into the 2030s. So we ought to watch the space, because there's some exciting things are going to be happening here, and it's kind of cool to watch, because the bankers they don't want the Fed to control them the way the Fed would if it would issue CBDC, but they do want to issue their own private money for the Fed to insure, and in turn issue it back into the wild, so that the private bankers can receive their profits and remain participants in the economy at large. It's kind of a complicated game, but I really think that you ought to watch the space, because it's really fascinating. There's just so much going on. Anyway, the article is pretty small, but it's got some very useful links, and I encourage you to check it out. There's one by CNBC. Well, it's about metaverse. I mean, it's basically if you think that if Bitcoin's below 30 right now and the metaverse is dying, you're sadly mistaken. This will give you an idea. Again, this is it's like I'm reading the article. Microsoft is selling the metaverse now, and it's helping make everything from robots to ketchup. And I'm looking at the commercial for a weed eater. I think it's some sort of a weed whacker. I may have checked them out online a few days back, but it was like a couple of seconds, a glimpse into the world of gardening. And now I get pummeled by these commercials. It's just so frustrating. But anyway, you always have your Mercury reader, so just use that. And there's your clean text. Yeah, the Microsoft announced Tuesday that Kawasaki is a new customer for the tech giant's so-called industrial metaverse, a fancy way of saying factory floor workers will wear a HoloLens headset to help with production, repairs, and managing supply chains. It will use the headsets to help build robots. So yeah, if you think that Bitcoin's below 30 is a sure sign that the cryptoverse and the metaverse is dying, you're sadly mistaken. But you know what? I mean, it's enough with mainstream media. I mean, we've put up a couple of articles over the last couple of days, and it's pretty great. I mean, we're looking at Matic. At TRASTRA, we love Polygon, and we're really looking closely at the blockchain. So I think we have a lot of potential. So we thought that'd be fun to come up with an article, on price prediction of Matic all the way up to 2030. I know it's an ungrateful business to do price predictions on crypto all the way up to 2030, but hey, let's have fun with it. So, and one other article I wanted to point your attention towards is the Ripple. It's for novices. If you don't really know what Ripple is or understand it, this is a great way to start. So check that out and let me know what you think in the comments. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. I think you're all set for the weekend. There's plenty of reading material here for you to do a lot of crypto thinking and take another step towards crypto greatness. Again, thank you so much for watching the video. Please like it, share it, and let me know in the comments what you think. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I bid you adieu. Have a great weekend. Peace.